Okay, so this is going to be a late one, but I'm going to review Deepwater Horizon. I'm Ed Bow, and welcome to Ed Reviews. So, Deepwater Horizon is a film directed by Peter Berg. It is based on the true story of the 2001 British Petroleum oil spill in the American Gulf Coast. It is set primarily on the Deepwater Horizon oil rig, which incidentally is not a stationary oil rig. It was actually a boat. I didn't even know they did that, but apparently they do. Which was, of course, stationed off the Gulf Coast of the United States. That's pretty much, New Orleans. The Gulf Coast is basically the little curl between Florida all the way through to Texas, for those of you who aren't from the United States of America. Um, it stars Mark Wahlberg, Kurt Russell, Naomi Watts, and John Malkovich. Mark Wahlberg plays an electronic technician who works on the Deepwater Horizon. He is essentially the Deepwater Horizon's Scotty. Kurt Russell is not exactly the captain. He's the guy that oversees the people that make sure the oil rig is safe. Naomi Watts plays Mark Wahlberg's wife, and John Malkovich plays one of the executives from British Petroleum who are trying to get this oil rig, which is heavily behind schedule, back on schedule in time for it to be profitable. Okay, so in the beginning, you have an opening which establishes the characters, it establishes the situation, the fact that the oil rig is 43 days behind schedule, and it also pretty much establishes exactly who's responsible for the oil rig failing in the first place, and it does a pretty good job of explaining how the oil rig failed. Uh, the middle of the film is more suspense driven than anything else. Um, they take the suspense and it begins slowly and begins to build up quicker until by the end it's almost an all-out action film. And the end of the film is a full-on action survival movie. Um, the upside of the film is it has an excellent cast and an excellent script, and it makes the disaster exactly what happened on the Deepwater Horizon extremely comprehensible, even for people who've never been on an oil rig. The downside is the movie has a relatively large cast of characters who matter, and it only spends time establishing the actors who are big name actors. If your character is being played by an actor who's lesser known, they don't spend very much time establishing that character at all. And by the end of the film, there will be several characters who matter, whose names you won't even remember having heard. And that's a bit of a problem. The other major downside to the film is the way it's paced. All of the drama is at the beginning and then peters out as you get towards the end. And all of the action is at the end and it sort of builds up. So the film is sort of like two inverse triangles meeting in the middle. Drama gets smaller, action gets bigger. And if you're there all for the action, the beginning is slow. If you're there all for the drama, the end is dull. Um, I like both the action and the drama, so it wasn't that big a problem for me. But the film doesn't feel uneven because both the drama and the action are good, but the film does smoothly shift gears. Um, and that could be a problem for some people. In the end, I give the film 4 stars because the only major problem that really threw me off was, of course, the number of characters who don't get a backstory. Other than that, everything is top notch. 4 stars, Deepwater Horizon. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button and also please subscribe. Thanks, and we'll try and be back next week with another review.